It's his game, Mark. Good song. Need a game album this year, man. I always need a game album. That coma 2001. The same time Dre dropped 2001. They wasn't there for this. Aftermath presents another single. Wanna know the outcome? Let's get right to it. Get right to it.
So the game taps in on the gram, sharing this clip of Joe Budden vibing out on his podcast, man. He was listening to some tracks and the game Dreams came on and Joe was just locked in like it was 05 again, man. That album fire. That track, one of my favorite off the whole project, Kanye West produced. Like, that project was just from beginning to end one of them no skips types joints you could just let play through. Tap in if you agree and if you believe that that is indeed the Game's best project. I've heard a lot of people say, yo, Doctor's Advocate, I think Game said that's his favorite album, but who knows, man, because you know what I mean. He was like, hey, I did it without a Dre production, and the beef with 50 Cent ended up pushing him up off the the Aftermath Interscope roster off to Geffen. And Game was in his feelings about that. That's a fact, man. We seen where he was even dissing Dre, talking about Ye did more for me than Dre, and he was pissed too that he wasn't a part of that Super Bowl that Kendrick and all them. Like, Kendrick just surpassed the Game like a motherfucker, and it sticks in the Game's crow as well. Don't let him cap and act like it don't. There's been little things he's did, and always wants everyone to know he played a part in putting Kendrick on, and he did, you know what I mean? But you just did a lot of other ish in your career. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. Tap in and let me know if you agree, but and what you think his favorite project is. But peep it, Joe's vibing out like his 05. Game says, some people keep it real with themselves about my legacy. Some get on the hate train because it's popular. Regardless of how you feel about me, my skill set is and has always been greatness. Your favorite rapper knows what I'm capable of. This industry has become soft. Y'all praise the dudes in this ish that's scared of their own shadows and hate on the solid dudes because they don't conform to the industry standards. 20 years later, and the documentary 3 is 99% done. In other words, red rose, white ceiling. IYK, I know you know what. That's, y'all seen those videos out where Game spit that same, like he was freestyling, like he
has to be the laziest rapper of all time.
Look, red rose, white ceiling. No body, no casket, just blood spilling. Red rose, white ceiling. Red rose, white ceiling. Red rose, white ceiling. I'm in the rapping mood. Anybody can rap. Anybody want to, challenge me?
Got a lot of red on. It's gonna be hot, but I don't run from the streets though. Cause I ain't gonna get shot.
You ain't have to come at me like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Now it's my turn. I ain't freestyled in a minute. Let me see. Let's check it.
Let me see what I got.
Red rose, white ceiling. I'm in that red rose, white ceiling.
We're gonna shoot you some topics.
Yeah.
You freestyle. Is that cool?
Okay.
Power
I do what I
106.
can,
Your
man.
first topic is the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
Oh, don't do it to Kobe.
Yeah. I be rocking my Kobe's. I be in a red rose, white.
was scratching his head, coming up with a dope freestyle. Red rose, white ceiling, over and over again. That shit is comedy, man. That's how you know the Game be out here watching what people say on social network. A lot of these rappers do. The Game's most definitely one of them. And then they act like, I don't give a fuck what people say. Like, the Game truly does, man. And again, I'm finished what he's got to say here, but this is someone that was a big Game fan. Game did a lot of bullshit. His skill set, his music, all that wasn't what the Game's problem was. It was getting in his emotions, getting in his feelings, you know what I'm saying? Like getting in some bullshit, getting knocked out and going and lying to the world about it when we all seen that it happened. You feel me? Getting this judgment didn't help neither. That's a whole nother story, and it stays in the news because him and Whack 100 keep cooking the books and hiding the money and getting shell companies. And I ain't wishing it upon him, but sooner or later that will leave civil court and be deemed a criminal act, man. And my point bringing that up, though, is just it's all the bullshit with the game that hurt his career. You know, now that he's out here with that financial situation, he's out here running around with streamers doing bullshit, scamming people in DMs because he needs the bread. We know Wax is shady greaseball in game. That's another thing people don't respect. He let Wack disrespect Nipsey Hussle and not say nothing, right? Wax his own man. He can feel how he feel, but you're going to get your face blasted in Nipsey Hussle tats, get your hair just like him, paint your car up like it and everything, and sit there and let your manager continually hate on the man? No, but you're afraid to speak up because he's got that KO footage and he's cooking the books, hiding your fortune and putting most of the money in his name because you fucked up in the game because you moved wrong. You should have never had that Buster as your manager, y'all. They wasn't there for that, Joe Budden. So Poetic Lifestyle comment said, my favorite album by the game. The documentary is a certified classic, 100%. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were just like, yo, game is trash, yo, game's trash. Like, nah, dude, game was nice. Before game even was seen on the Certified Gangsters video, he had a crazy buzz building on the mixtape circuit. But he just made a lot of bad decisions later on, man. I'm telling you, the second album, not with Dre, Doctor's Advocate, lit. Then what was it? LAX, the Red album. Yo, there was the Red Room mixtape too. Tap in if y'all know about that. There was a delay when the Red album came out. I don't know if it was over JT, the Bigger Figure, or someone else with some claims to management rights or something like that, or who knows exactly. But what's odd is this album, the Documentary 3, he says it's 99% done. This shit was supposed to come out at the beginning of the year. It was supposed to be all like Kanye West produced. They even dropped a project. It was going to be Kanye West executive produced. Same thing like when Drillmatic dropped. It was Game and Ye everywhere. But they got into some kind of beef and Kanye started dissing the fuck out of him on the gram, talking about, you want to take flicks with my whips and all that, man. I let you hold my Phantom and everything. And he had to repackage the album. And with the Red album, when that was delayed, we got a dope mixtape. I don't think the Game has dropped a mixtape in a long time. That's another thing the Game did. All them fire-ass mixtapes from the Black Wall Street radio series to the Red Room. Was that other one? Hood Morning, Purpose Patrol. Like, Game, drop a fire mixtape. Oak, Operation Kill Everything. Game, the fans want that, man. Why you been lacking on the music side of things? That's another thing with the Game. He lacks with the music. Then he's always talking about, this is my last album, I'm retiring. This is my last album, I'm retiring. It never does, too. What's one say? Legend, salute. Remember watching the music video for this on TRL inside of Studio Center, Miami, when the Game arrived with New Jersey Devil, Black Wall Street record sitting in my 6'4". New Jersey Devil says fire. He responds to that. Let the Games begin. My favorite Game album, Jesus Piece. Yeah, that was the 5th one. The S in Jesus Piece was stylized like a 5. He aired 40 Glock out right around that time. Like, I'm a Game fan, man, but a lot of the fans are disappointed. And instead of Game clapping back and lashing out at everyone, he just needs to get back in Game mode. Feel me? Tap in those that agree. Hands down. And the same thing too when Born to Rap dropped. Putting all that beef with your brother out there like that, doing them like that on the record. I mean, it's his art, it's his music, but with the history we've seen with him and Big Face, that shit kind of came off bugged out, man. You remember that LAX tape you gave me, bro? I played that every day on God. What's this guy say? Game and Joe are both phenomenal rappers / lyricists, but no one hears New Game and Joe's a podcaster. ego and personality has made both y'all look corny in my eyes for a long time. Music is still fire though. So there's some truth there to what dude's saying. Joe is definitely like king in the podcast landscape these days, but he went through a lot of drama on that side of things. But ego is a motherfucker, man. Definition of a classic album song was hard. Still to the game. So I don't know, man. There you have it. Oh yeah, but as far as the project, he says it's almost done soon. What happened with all that shit game that you did with Ye for the project that never came out? Can we get a mixtape? We know you're out here listening to these videos and shit people make, right? That red rose white ceiling is a clear indication of that. So until the project drops, go back and get some of the shit that you had already worked on with Ye. Fuck what Ye gotta say, unless he's got it and you can't touch it. Drop that shit. Throw out a mixtape like you used to. Like the game had some of the most fire mixtapes. That's a fact. And he did help put people on. J-Rock and Kendrick and TDE was all over the Black Wall Street radio mixtapes before then. When my son came home and was rocking with the game and was all over his shit. Vita, Charlie Baltimore had their little run with Black Wall Street, but they weren't putting no one's music out. It wasn't really a label. Game was slipping on his ish with that as well. But that'll do it for this one. I want to hear your thoughts about this all and thoughts about what Game had to say there and everything we touched on. I know it was a lot, man, but people have asked me in the past, damn, why you be tripping off the Game? Yo, I was a big fan. He let the fans down. He did a lot of sucker shit. Game, get back at it. Redeem yourself.